So separate bank accounts in a marriage. Good idea?
Bad idea.
Let's talk about it in this video. We'll give you 3 reasons why we are on the side that we're on.
And we're gonna give you 1 reason why you probably wanna put a pause on combining your money temporarily, hopefully.
Welcome to Epic. Empower people, empower change.
change.
We're all about helping your financial growth and helping you live a better plant-based living lifestyle. Let's talk about money in the marriage for a second. Combining bank accounts, yes
or no?
We are on the side of yes. Bank accounts should be combined. Now, why is that? Here goes 3 reasons. There should be trust in a marriage.
Should be.
Yes. And you are already sharing everything else, right? Hopefully you are. You're sharing your house, you're sharing all your stuff, right? You're sharing your bed, you're sharing all your bodily fluids by now, right? So why not share this thing called money?
Yeah.
It should be transparency, because what happens is you have separate bank accounts, spending starts to get loose, right? It's gonna tie more into the 3rd reason, but we'll get into it here. Somebody might have a spending problem and you not recognize it, and that could be trouble. Also, it creates transparency, which is better for intimacy in a marriage, not just physical intimacy, but intimacy all around, really getting to know the other person, because how you spend your money, how you save your money, everything you do with your money tells what's important to you.
That's a good one right there. That's really good.
So actually having your money allows you to know the person even better, right? It continues to foster trust, but that's not the major reason.
Now let's go to number 2. It's a character thing. You guys should be working together on everything in your lives. So money being one of those top priorities, that should be something that you'd be willing to work together on and share bank accounts to become stronger together.
And sometimes there's so much money fights that we're just like, hey, we're not gonna touch the subject of money. You do what you want, and this is how we do it. So a lot of times the reason is not being able to come together and make decisions together. I think that that's something that as a couple can be worked through.
Yeah.
Humility and loving each other and just trying to figure it out, taking the other person's thoughts into consideration and what you're seeing, and coming together and being able to do that.
And love, growth, learning. You know, when you get in a marriage, there should always be a continuation of growth, and that could help develop your character.
3rd reason, and I feel like it's the most important reason we save for last, guys.
Yes.
Is that you should be working together towards common goals, right? The math is different in a marriage. 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 2. 1 plus 1 equals 1. See how I do that? So forget everything you learned in elementary school, all right?
Yeah. I want you to remember one important thing that is pretty famous, a scripture that people kind of say in their own way, their own little twist, and that is, a kingdom divided against itself will not stand.
So you have to be working together in a marriage, same goals, same team, right? It can't be like this one person's doing this one person's doing this. You have to be on the same page of every step of your financial journey.
Correct, yes.
Right? You want to get out of debt? No, it's not you want to get out of debt. It's both of you want to get out of debt, right? You want to start investing for retirement? No, it's both of you want to start investing to retirement. Not one person. That won't work, right? If we were experts at home construction and modeling, right? And I came over and say, hey, we're gonna build you guys a house. And we both went over there, like she really likes painting, I really like the building, but I start building and the studs are up, foundation, and she starts painting the wood, right? No drywall, nothing like that up, because she likes to paint. It'll be a very unsuccessful project because we're not working together, right? She's gonna do what she wants to do. I'm gonna do what I like to do, what I'm seeing. And that's what happens with money in a marriage. It's terrible, guys.
It becomes a mess.
Yes. Or let's say you have a company who builds homes and they come over there and you say, hey, I just want you guys build me a home. I just want like a nice 2-story, just make it look nice, right? There's no manager or anything, there's no plan, no real set budget. It's just like, okay, just build a house. What is the house gonna look like if you have all these different workers and contractors coming together with no blueprint? Everybody's just doing their own thing, right?
Hot mess.
This house will be terrible.
Hot mess.
Look at it that way. You have to work together. Having separate accounts, people still split bills and everything, and they might have a system that works. We personally believe that, hey, work together, put it together, manage it together. When people start combining money, the people that we help, they really start getting control. They really start communicating with each other. It's really great. Everybody's working towards the same goal, and money's not a conflict or sensitive topic for you anymore, but you're helping each other. It's not like, hey, no, my spouse is still in debt. No, we're still in debt. It's a together thing, whatever place you are in your money.
And one important thing too is that they go further, faster. When one person is working on their own goals and they're trying to maintain all this stuff, and then the other person is trying to do the same thing, trust me when we say you'll get further faster together because you're working together on common goals, as well as sometimes you have your own personal goals, but it's like you're working as a team. I remember when we paid for his college, and then we turned around and paid for my college. And it was a team. Without each other, we wouldn't have been able to do that. We worked together.
Yes. There's a scripture that says, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him who is alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up. Again, if 2 lie together, they keep warm, but how can one keep warm alone? And though a man might prevail against one who is alone, 2 will withstand him. A 3-fold cord is not quickly broken. The only time we really recommend you have your personal account is for like your personal money.
Yes.
Like you can do that in cash. Some people like to do separate checking accounts, but this is like your personal spending money that you guys both agreed on and that you guys both have set up.
All right, now you've been waiting to hear your reason because you want to keep your separate account. So you're trying to see, okay, is this the reason why I should keep my separate account? You're just waiting to hear what we got to say. Now let me tell you, the only reason why Jay and Jen agreed to keep separate accounts temporarily, hopefully. Temporarily, is if someone has truly a bad spending habit. And they have proven over and over again that they lack self-control in managing their money.
That's not a money problem.
That is a spiritual problem, lack of self-control, as well as a relationship problem.
So definitely get counsel on any issues that you have when it comes to working with a financial coach, working with a counselor at the same time. That could be very beneficial. Working through your money, talking to a counselor about if before there was issues with distrust or there's issues with whatever it is. Like you guys keep fighting about the same thing, or your whole value system is a conflict. So those are some important, super important things to get solved, because anything you don't get resolved makes room for trouble, makes room for double in your marriage.
Absolutely, and you don't want to combine your accounts with that individual who's really truly mismanaging money over and over again, and then it puts you more in a hole with your finances and you can't even afford your bills because they're spending so much.
Yeah, you guys can't come together on the same goals. It's like, you know.
Yeah, and it could be truly a problem. So we recognize that and we say get help. Humble yourself and get help. Now, if it's never resolved, there's just deeper reasons. Get counseling.
Yeah, sure.
We hope that you like all of this information. So don't forget to like and subscribe down below if you want to hear more about money tips as well as plant-based living tips.
Hopefully we'll see you guys in the next video. Because you are married, you're not two single people. 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 ones. 1 + 1, never mind. All right, so